Have you ever wanted to disappear? Like, not like off yourself disappear. I hope nobody's thinking that. If anybody's thinking about doing something like that, please get some help. But have you ever wanted to disappear? Like, move to like an island or something like that, you know? Just to be completely alone, just to be completely away from everybody. And just sit there and just think about yourself, about life, everything that you've been through. And it's like, do you ever stop to think that maybe you're just not a part of society? Like you yourself, like you want to separate yourself from society. The way that the average person thinks, or the generalizations. You want to just separate yourself from that because you feel like you feel like you don't match with it. You feel like you're just not a part of the daily. You're not a part of like the daily activities that go on. You're just separated from that just by the way that you think and how you operate. You just feel like you're just not part of things. I definitely feel like that a lot. I feel like I'm not for this generation. Like, I feel like just like the stuff that goes on in my head, the way that I think, the way that I move, and just how I make my decisions, I feel like I'm not part of it. I'm not saying like I'm not part of it as if I'm above it, but it's just like, this is like not my time. Like I shouldn't be in this era or something like that, you know, like the way that I think matches like a different era or a different group of people. Cause it's like I'm not an exciting person. I'm not hip. I'm not crazy. At least I believe myself not to be. But it's like my face on a daily basis consists of like two different expressions. I either look pissed off or I just look really, really upset or sad or depressed or something like that. And it's like, people will always ask me like, is there something wrong with me? Like, am I going through something? Like, is it, like, am I okay? And I always say yes, I'm fine. I am absolutely fine. There is nothing wrong with me. I'm not diagnosed with anything. I don't go through anything. I don't have any like deep personal problems or any mental illness or issues. I don't have nothing wrong with me. But I can walk throughout the days looking either pissed off or sad and still not feel nothing. Like, there will be nothing wrong with me at all. Sometimes I want to believe that there could be something wrong with me. But I've been told so many times that there is nothing wrong with me at all. So I feel like if there is a problem that I might go through, that it can't affect me. Or that I refuse to let it affect me that much. Because I like the feeling of not feeling anything. Like, I'm not sad, I'm not mad. I may look like it, but I'm not. It's like I'm fine. Even if I really was to be that, if I really was to feel those expressions, I would still be fine. Like, I would still be fine, regardless. It's like I've convinced myself that no matter what happens, I'm always going to be fine. No matter what happens, no matter what issue I go through, whatever problem I have, whatever problem I'm faced with, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna always be fine because I'm in control of myself. I am aware that I am in control of everything about me. So what you may perceive of me, I have no control over. But all I have control over is my complete self. So if you think I'm upset, think I'm mad, think I'm angry, sad, you don't know that. You just assume that based off the facial expression, but I'm really not. And I know that. I can tell you that I am, but you'll be so convinced that a person that looks sad or looks angry has to have something going on with them, has to have something wrong. There is no way a person can normally look like that and not be going through anything or not be upset or not be feeling those things. Like, then why don't you smile? Why don't you look happy? It's like, what's there to be happy about? I'm happy that I have life. I'm grateful for that all the time. Every time I wake up, I'm grateful for it. But what do I have to really be smiling for 24/7? Like, is there anything right in front of me that I have to smile about? Is there anything in front of me that I have to really just be happy about? Just be jolly and jumping up for joy? I can walk around with a straight face on and I'll be fine. But you'll think that I'm not happy. Like, if I'm not sad, if I'm not angry, then I'm just not happy. But I can still be happy. What are you talking about? I can be perfectly fine on the inside, happy as ever. But because you assume that, nobody that's not happy, a person that's not happy, does not smile. A person that is happy smiles. So how is it that a person that's not smiling, that looks like he has something wrong with him, how could he be happy? That doesn't make any sense. That's right. It's not supposed to make sense to you. It is not supposed to make sense to you. It makes sense to me though, and I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that making sense to me. So what are you going to do about it? It seems like you have a problem with that because you just don't understand it. You know, one of the things that I'm like really confused at is how can anybody have like a problem with me or have any kind of beef with me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do anything. I don't do anything to affect anybody. I separate myself. I stay to myself. I know how I feel on the inside. So it's like everything is all in my self-control. So for what reason would you want to ever have any kind of beef with me when I am so aware of myself that I could make sure that I have no problems with anybody? Because I don't want any problems with anybody. I don't try to make problems with anybody. So what would make you feel like you have to have a problem with me? If you find yourself having a problem with me, then there's something seriously wrong with you. Because I don't give any reason for you to ever want to have any kind of deep kind of problem with me. If you wanted to have some kind of beef where you wanted to fight me, it's like, have I done something to affect your life? Did I hurt your life? Did I hurt anybody that you loved and cared for? Did I affect anybody of that? Did I do anything to really cause pain to you, to where like I made a hindrance in your life? Did I do any of that? So if I didn't do anything that could really affect your life, then why would you want to have beef with me? What would drive you to want to have beef with me when I've done nothing to ever affect your life? You don't have no real logical reason to be having beef with me. I don't give you any logical reason to do it. But you could choose to have beef with me because you just don't like me. I can't control who you like and don't like. But I could definitely control this situation. And the best solution is to simply stay away from you. Without saying a word. I don't need to say anything. I can just stay away from you. So I stay away from you, and you stay away from me. There is no further beef, no further problems. That's it. That's all there is to it. Don't come in my space, I won't come in your space. But because you might be so pressed on just not liking me, somehow it's hurting you every time you see me. It's hurting you every time you see me doing whatever I please. And because I'm in your vicinity, or because I'm in your eyesight, you're just that dislike is constantly growing every time you see me when I'm doing nothing to affect you. Absolutely nothing. Kept my space. And I'm over here living my life, making my own decisions. And every time you see me living my life and making my own decisions, it's increasing that dislike, because for whatever reason, even though I'm not affecting you, me living my life is affecting you. So then everything that I do, you dislike, you discredit. I think they call those haters, right? But nobody wants to admit to being one. If you were to ever have beef with me, it would make no sense. The beef would just end just by me walking away, because we will never be back on the same page. We will never be back on the same page again. I'll close the book and I'll throw it in the water, and that's it. I don't need no beef or no problems in my life. It's unnecessary. It gets people killed. Do I want to get killed? What the fuck would I need to get killed for this? That's just not me. I don't need that. And you don't need it either. You don't need it on your conscience. There is more important things in life than just constantly worried about beef with another person. If you out here wanting to live your life the way you want to live it, then you do that. But when it starts to involve other people, that's where you need to learn how to draw lines. And I definitely drew my line every time when I have problems with people. This is as far as I will go. And I'm actually trying to help the situation end by not even going that far. By staying where I'm at. And you can just go on thinking I'm going to follow along, but I'm just going to stay here and let you keep going. That's just how I deal with it. I'm never going to let that affect me like that. There's no reason why anybody would have any beef with me. You could dislike me, you could not agree with me, because that's within your rights. That's within your control. But for you to actually want to have beef with just me, it doesn't make any sense. It wouldn't make any sense to someone that thinks like this. Someone that knows that they don't have no beef with anybody. Or someone knows that they don't cause any trouble to anybody. But they would still have people that just hate on them and dislike them. It's like, for what? What is it doing for you? You sound so bitter, so negative, to constantly want to sit there and have beef with someone that doesn't do shit to you. It just doesn't make any sense, and it will never make any sense. And it's like having like people not knowing how to like have self-control for their own, like for their own good. Like if people knew how to do that, the world would be a better place for sure. The world would be a hell of a lot peaceful if people knew how to master that art. It's so simple. Just don't give a fuck. It's just so simple. Just don't give a fuck. Only when it matters, of course. Only when there's certain things that matter that you know that you have to give a fuck for. But everything else, this life is temporary. I don't have to let this affect me all throughout to the end. It's not going to. There's more to life to come. There's more to life to throw away. This is easy to throw away. I don't need this. Like, it's just as simple as that. Some people will allow it to carry on with them, but it's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. If I know I can throw this away in a heartbeat, then why would I allow you to still stick around? Why would I allow you to still stick around when I could throw it away, end the situation right now, and nothing else has to linger on for however long? How can some people actually allow something to linger on with them throughout their lives and then constantly use it as an excuse? You had the chance to throw it away every time you woke up. Throw that problem away every time you woke up. But for what reason? What value did that problem have for you to want to keep it? If that problem was affecting you so strongly, if that problem caused so many negative things in your life, why in the hell would you still hold on to it? Let it the fuck go. But apparently, it had some special value to it that overshadowed all the problems it was giving you. So whose fault is that really? I knew how to throw my problems away. And you got taught the same lesson. But you wanted to learn the hard way of what happens when you don't throw it away right away. Then it becomes like a parasite, constantly just sucking at you, taking away your life, feeding off you. And you don't realize it because you don't want to let it go. And you want to keep using this as an excuse as to why you keep doing bullshit. It's only a matter of time before it takes all your life. And in the very end, you will regret not throwing it away. Sometimes you should listen rather than be hard-headed. I definitely do appreciate y'all coming out to this episode. This is more of my little deep talk session, so I hope you guys look forward to seeing these videos come out. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate this so much. You can definitely hit that subscribe button if you want to stay notified. If you want to stay notified for any future videos as well, and if you got any topics you would like to hear discussed or turn into a video, you could definitely leave a comment below, and you can also just hit me up on my social media accounts, or just hit me up in the email, in my email as well. Also, make sure you visit my blog website, www.stephjmillz.net, and I appreciate this so much. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night. Be blessed. Be safe. And I'm going to see y'all on the next show.